To the women that have come before me, thank you.
The women before me have lifted me up and have shown me how to lift others up.
So many people spent their lives making our country better and trying to create progress.
Without them and without their courage to stand up to society, we wouldn't have anything.
There's so much that we know and that we can see and that we can read about, and it's visible, but there's so much that we don't know, the grassroots things that went down.
The fact that the Y has been there with this ambitious mission and just been so resilient, I think mirrors what women want.
Our mission is about eliminating racism and empowering women. And it's about racial justice, it's about economic advancement, and it's about health and safety for women and girls. All of those things can happen together, then we'll see real change.
Over the years, the Y has really responded to what women need. And I was most familiar at first with the Y. It provided emergency childcare beginning in the late 1970s.
I came because they had childcare. It was very exciting to feel like we're going to the Y, and our kids were as happy as I was to be here.
Having organizations like this where we're able to provide that really high quality care without charging families more than they can afford is rare, and it's special, and it's something that this field really needs more of.
Right now, our teachers work a 32-hour week. They're paid for a 40-hour week, but this gives them a little bit of space to be able to make sure that they're also taking care of their own health and safety. And this is something that we are trying and that we feel like we can make this work. And if we can make this work, others can make that work too. The beauty of the programming at the YWCA is that it has always addressed the community need and been flexible to be able to adapt and change to what the greatest needs are for women and girls and people of color in our community.
We have the LAS program, empowering young Latina students to help them see other girls just like them and try to achieve similar goals. And for the STEMI 3 program, I was able to help middle school girls from underrepresented backgrounds that want to learn more about STEM.
We have definitely stepped into spaces of making sure that women and girls' voices are elevated. And we've done that at the state legislature, but we've also done that more recently at a time when our community really needed to come together to have our voice heard. Having access to reproductive rights and healthcare has been legal since I've been born. This will be the first time in my life that it isn't.
It's been really neat to see this whole organization step up and partner with Women's March.
It gives people the chance to stand up and meet and gather. We need more companies and more nonprofits like this to stand up and say, no, we're not just going to sit here, this is not okay, and getting everyone else amped to do the same thing.
I couldn't help but be touched by how many signs were of gray-haired people, folks my age, saying, we've been here, we've done this, we did it so our daughters wouldn't have to do it, and here we are again.
I hope for a future where if I have a daughter, she'll have more rights than me instead of less, because right now we're losing rights instead of gaining them.
My hope for the next generation of women is true equality and inclusiveness in everything that they do.
They're able to exist in the world, in society, with a fundamental expectation that they're going to get treated the same as men.
My hopes for the next generation of women is that they are bold, they are compassionate, and they are courageous.
They need to go out and they need to show people that they care about others and that they're going to vote based on giving everybody the chance to see equality and justice.
My hopes are that women work hard to restore what we seem to be losing right now, and part of that is just appreciating how much hard work it took to get there in the first place. And being willing to volunteer when opportunities come along, not just saying, oh, well, that's somebody else's problem.
We will only be able to reach our mission and our goals because of the generosity of individuals and donors. Without the money for us to be able to do this work, it can't happen. And my hope is that we continue to move closer to a world free of racism and a world free of gender inequity, so that we can reach a day where everyone feels like they have the same opportunities and that they can feel safe in their community and that they can thrive.
We're going to continue this work. We're not giving up just because Roe v. Wade is overturned. We're not going to back down, and we're going to keep on fighting.